Right. So 5 minutes, quick. I'm Greg Henderson. I'm the founder and president of PathForce. It's an honor to be here, and I appreciate the invitation. Is anybody here in any shape, form, or fashion ever been touched by the disease of cancer? Personally, wife, mother, family? Okay, sucks, right? Cancer sucks. I know, I'm a pathologist. Basically, my life as a medical specialist is giving people cancer all day long. I sit behind a microscope and I take biopsies of people and I look, do you have cancer? Do you not have cancer? The good news is you don't, sometimes you do, but that is my job. And it does suck to give people cancer. Now, imagine this, as sucky as cancer is, imagine if you could not get a diagnosis of cancer. I'm saying, do you not have cancer, is what if you had that lump, that bump, that something, that lesion, that thing, and you couldn't figure out whether it's cancer or not. You had to sort of just wait to either survive or die. Well, sadly, the second situation is a situation in most of the globe. Pathologists like me, who diagnose cancer all day, there's a lot of us in the United States. In fact, we're kind of crawling all over each other. So it's really easy to get a diagnosis of whether you got cancer or not in the United States. But once you get outside the United States into certainly developing nations, underdeveloped nations, et cetera, the lump or bump, et cetera, you just don't know. And so in most nations of the world, you just either live or you die and nobody knows. So that gap between the number of pathologists that live in the United States and the patients out in the rest of the world who are seeking a diagnosis is the gap that PathForce is attempting to fill. So why do we want to do this? Well, honestly, the reason why is about 8 years ago, almost to the day, I was sitting quietly behind my desk being a regular pathologist in my hometown of New Orleans, and this event called Katrina happened and destroyed my city and my life and everything around it. And for the first time in my experience, I saw what it was like for the medical infrastructure to be completely destroyed. Not only were there no pathologists, there were no primary care. A couple of years later, a very close friend of mine who was very committed to work in Haiti was building a pathology laboratory in Haiti, and the Haitian earthquake destroyed it right under his feet. And so as we realize with these massive two events, what can we do to fix the problem of there are no pathologists in these areas, not only just New Orleans, but the rest of the world, and solve that problem? So what we did is we embarked on the following adventure. So right now, here is the state of how pathology is practiced. I take that little slide there, that little rectangular piece of glass, and I take that thing. And for the past 100 years, that is how my specialty has been practiced, by looking down that microscope at this piece of glass, ultra low tech. About 8 to 9 years ago, technology emerged that allows me to take that piece of glass and turn it into a digital image. Sadly, that technology, those slide scanners, didn't think about what do we want to do with that image. So largely those images sit on a hard drive under the scanner. So we said, that's a problem. What we did is we created a software application. We sewed together numerous software applications that allow us to take that digitized image, store it into a cloud space that's secure, and now make it available to pathologists' eyes all over the world if they so choose. And BY is going to show you live what that looks like. So basically the technology here is, this is live, this is a real live slide, this is a patient, an ear biopsy actually with a squamous cell carcinoma. This is a real live slide. If you want to go to our website, you can drive it too. We have a number of wonderful tools where we can identify the cancer. We can actually annotate it like John Madden on Football Sunday. We can communicate with physicians, patients, et cetera. But we can now put these slides in front of pathologists that are willing to participate in this technology all over the world. So once we refine this, then the next piece that we had really made this successful is we had to find our Jedi pathologists, our true, what we call the force. We had to identify several pathologists, one of which is in the office, who are willing to step really in a huge way outside of their box, put themselves at professional risk, and say, you know what, we're going to try something radically different, and we're going to try to make diagnoses looking at a computer screen all day in our laptop rather than looking down the scope. And we have successfully assembled that team. We call them the Force, aka the Jedi pathologists. And now I'm happy to tell you that after 1 year of using this application, we have now been working with a project in Haiti where we have now successfully screened and diagnosed over 700 women for cervical cancer and have diagnosed early and precancerous conditions using this technology and have prevented cancer, prevented advanced cancer where it would have never been detected before. So we have done that. We're happy. 700 people. We haven't stopped there. We just got back from Russia. We had our first patient from Russia, a 41-year-old male who developed a lump in his back. There turned out to be an unusual tumor. No one in Russia could figure out what it was. We uploaded the slides and crowdsourced it, got him a diagnosis. So I want to thank my team. Please stand up, my team. Here they are here. Wonderful team. Please notice the team. And would love to talk to you about, if you want to help, we haven't quit our day jobs yet, so come talk to us.